Hello, my name is Martyr, and welcome to a new Let's Play series, System Shock 2, and thank you for joining us, guys. Yes, this game is a little bit of an older game, guys. It came out, it looks like from the trademark copyright down there, 1999. But there's a reason I'm going to play this game. This game, if you're not familiar with it, is a first-person shooter with kind of survival horror elements, extremely like Bioshock. Matter of fact, this is the granddaddy of Bioshock, guys. There probably wouldn't even be a Bioshock if there wasn't a System Shock 2, which is why I want to play this game. Because every time I've ever heard about this game, anytime anyone's ever spoken to me or ever read an article or anything like that, it's always spoken how fantastic and amazing this game is here, guys. So I thought, you know what, let's give this game a shot. Let's play it together and see how it is. I'm a huge fan of Bioshock, guys. I love Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2, Bioshock. I've even gone as far as to roleplay Bioshock, if that lets you know how much of a fan I am about this game and its series in general. But much to my dismay, I've not ever played System Shock 2. So I thought, let's play it together, see how it goes. It's going to be an experimental series. It could work, it might not work. There is going to be maybe some technical issues here and there. Matter of fact, we've already kind of had one. You don't even know about it yet, but we already had one. And the reason for that is that one thing that I will say is that this game is modded. I modded the hell out of it, or modified, whatever term you prefer. What does that mean? Well, that basically means that because the graphics were 1999, guys, the graphics weren't as, let's say, appealing as they could be. They were so what I did is I modified the hell out of the game and brought the graphics qualities up because this game has a great modding community. Basically, people who create custom art and images and things like that to kind of, and a really loyal fan base to this game also, who basically kind of upgraded the graphics a little bit. So basically, it doesn't look like 1999 anymore. It looks like more like 2004 or, you know, Knights of the Old Republic style graphics. Just a little bit crisper, a little bit more cleaner. And a little bit better looking. So just, I have no problem with the original graphics. I'm sure they're fine. Just, I want it to be a little bit more visually pleasing for you and me. So we're going to hopefully have this series. The series should run from about, 15 to 20 minutes per episode. We'll see how far it goes. And if there's a lot of major bugs because of all the modification I put into the game. But one thing there is to note, there is a bit of an intro here, but the intro is bugged. So basically, here's what you need to know. Basically, there was some sort of computer AI called Shodan who was created and basically perceived herself as a god. She was defeated by the person who originally created her, which is what I'm guessing what happened in System Shock 1. And then they basically made this huge, gigantic FTL ship, this basically faster than light ship that could travel through space, and then they have things connect to it and board it and things like that. And of course, something boarded it and something went horribly wrong. But we're going to start off 40 years before that. I'm not really 100% sure. So let's get into it here. There's 4 difficulties here. I will probably put a little bit of a link here, probably an annotation to show you if you want to watch the intro. I suggest you to go watch it. I apologize. It's just because we're in windowed mode right now. That's how I film my stuff. For some reason, it doesn't want to play the video. You take some, you lose some. It's a bit of an older game. There will be issues, but it should be fun nonetheless. I'm going to be starting off on normal. So yeah, that basically plays the full motion, the CGI scene, and then we basically, it's 4 years earlier, I'm sorry, 4 years earlier, I said 40, good lord. At this point we're just kind of learning what to do and how to manipulate objects, and I'm going to kind of run through all of the training really quick, just to give you an idea of what kind of, well, first off, the inspiration for where this game came from is really apparent, really obvious. And these are the graphics, guys. This is the world that we're going to be in. I really love the way this game already looks. Just the signs and the smiley faces, you can just tell. This has Bioshock just written all over. Anyways, we're going to go in here for basic training. There's a robot there. I'm going to ignore his ass because he's just going to talk a lot. And this is just teaching us about the menu controls. And the game does have pretty advanced menu controls, guys. It has an inventory system, an armor system, and a freaking stats system with several different kinds of stats.
Let's try it out.
With these things called size and tech and other stuff like that. More than that, there's even more kinds of what is it?
In use mode, where you can use your mouse to interact with
there is like these abilities that you can use in the game. Oh, sorry, size. There it goes. And these are kind of like vigors, plasmids, whatever you want to call them. They basically allow you to do what it is you want to do, and are very,
your strengths in various areas.
very useful.
When you're ready to continue, Press the tab key
But
to
you
go
kind
back
of also have
shoot
to kind of
mode.
like you also have to kind of like
Try changing
specialize
between
your
modes
character.
until
You have
get
to
the
kind
hang
of
of it.
say, this is what I want my character to
Follow the
be.
red path along the ground
I want him to
the
be a
next
gunner. I
train
want him to
station.
be a psi user. There's a lot of different kinds of decisions you got to make here. There's also some sort of research thing. I have no idea what the hell it's about. There's a map. There's a question mark thing. I don't know what any of these things are. I think these are medkits or... maybe, oh, you know what I think these are? These are the datas. Cyber modules and nanites. Okay, so nanites are basically kind of like cash in this game, by the
To
way.
pick up items, center them on your screen
And yes, you
and
can
right-click. This
pick
will
up
automatically
things.
place
There
that
is
item
floor
into
sandwiches
your
in this game,
inventory.
guys.
To view
Look,
your
cheesy,
inventory,
it's delicious.
press the tab key.
Mmm.
You can move
What is that,
items
pineapple
around
juice?
your inventory
Or is that
by
mango juice? I
left-clicking
can't tell.
and dragging
It's
them
delicious
around.
either way.
Drop an item.
And it basically has, your,
To
of
use
course, your
items like
stereotypical
buttons in
FPS
computers,
controls. There's
center them in your
buttons, there's
view,
things like that you can
and
click
the
on.
right mouse button. All
These are
usable
hypo
items will
sprays,
have graphics
basically,
around
which we
them.
can use to kind of
Highlight
heal
the
ourselves
button
up.
on the pillar
Whereas
and
medkits
right-click. The
in
object before you is a med
turn that guy
hypo.
down a little bit on my
Pick it
headset.
up and then press
Whereas
tab to go
medkits
into
basically
use mode.
heal you.
Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it. and
Where, you know,
restores
instantly in
immediate hit
Bioshock, these
points.
kind of have like a
Your
regenerative
hit points are
effect. They
displayed
only
by a
heal you
bar in
over
the
time.
lower
These are
secret
chests
tray
in the
in
game
front
which
of
you
you.
can find
To search it, center it on
random
your
loot
screen
or items
and
in. For instance, we
right-click.
saw a
If
small
you are in use
quantity
mode,
of
simply move the
fermium.
pointer to the crate
Fermium?
and right-click.
Fermium?
To take an item from
Fermium?
that container,
Can I jump on it?
simply
Can I jump on this
left-click
thing?
on
Ugh.
it. This will automatically place
Clear
that
it.
item
Clear the
in
jump.
your inventory. To close the
Clear
container
the jump,
window
man.
and return to
Yeah,
shoot
you cannot
mode,
clear jump
press
on
the
that.
tab key.
Also,
One of the
in this
most
game, there
important
is
tools
kind of
you
like
have
the
as a
voice
soldier is
logs
your
here, as you can
PDA.
imagine. You pick these
This
up and you
device
can
stores
start playing
audio
them
logs,
pretty much
emails, and other
immediately.
useful information.
This
Click on the
message is
disc
coming
These
from
will be
the
kind of how they
audio log
progress
you
the
just
story
picked
for
up.
us,
The
guys.
Use your PDA at
Um,
any time to play any
we
audio
can also
log
access them in
or
our
log
menu
you've
right here
received. Now,
Pick
and
up
see
the
who they
audio
are
log
and all
in
that
front
good
of
stuff. We
this
can also just
message
say
is
like,
coming from the audio log you just picked
I don't know
up.
if we can hit skip.
You can use your PDA at any time. This message is coming from the audio log you just picked
Nope.
up. You can use your PDA at
I
any
guess we
time
can.
to play any audio log or email
Okay,
you've
so we're gonna have to just
received.
listen to this guy
In the
babble
field,
for about
the
an hour and a
PDA
half
is
here.
also used for keeping
And of
track
course, there's
your
ladders
mission
and all that good
status
stuff. You can
and
climb
obtaining
that.
information.
Simply walk into it and look
And
upward.
basically kind of traverse
You'll
terrain
automatically
and
start
jump,
climbing the ladder.
try to cross environmental hazards and such and such. That's just the basics of movement and all that good kind of stuff. And then we start getting into the more advanced stuff here, right here, guys, like
If you've
weapons,
completed basic
technical
training,
skills,
you're ready
and
for the
side
advanced
skills. So let's
lessons
jump into weapons
provided
really
here.
quick. I've already done this because I was kind of
wannabe.
experimenting with
Good to have you on
the
board. Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm.
the
Pick up
the,
the pistol and the clip from the table.
the game basically, kind of
can
just trying to
equip
get
the
the
weapon in one of
filming
two
to work
ways.
exactly the way I wanted it
Bring up
to.
your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons.
Yeah, basically, of course, it's your standard first-person shooter. You're gonna have a kickback as you shoot things. Looks like our gun snaps downwards or upwards. We can of course press R to reload. It's very stereotypical stuff. Excuse me. Weapons even have some sort of durability issues. You need to repair them. It's very Fallout, actually, esque of them. And there's also even different kinds of bullets, which I'm kind of looking forward to finding different kinds of bullets. Some weapons are basically you have to find and recharge, kind of like big old batteries. Let's go ahead and equip our... I like to call this thing a phaser. This thing is a freaking phaser. As you can see, I can't charge it. It's not fired. You over here, though. Oh, it suddenly it's charged. We can waste that guy. I love how there's like no kickback on us. We can basically just keep firing, keep firing. Eventually something will reappear. We can just kill it, and then we can go over here and recharge again. Just unload on everybody and everything. I love this gun, by the way. This gun is freaking amazing. Of course, it is very dangerous, though, because you never know when you're going to find a charge station.
Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot
This
on
is
the
just
lower
teaching
right
you that
corner of the
entire
screen
thing that
tells you
weapons
what kind of shape your
have
firearm is in. Green is good.
a little bit of durability to them, guys. Basically, you need to learn how to repair them. And basically, you find like these weapon repair kits, basically maintenance tools. And all you simply do is if you look on the bottom right of my screen, you see that little yellow dot. Boom! Now it's green. Now this weapon is more proficient, and will now work a little bit better and allow us to probably do more damage and probably won't break as fast. So that's weapons, basically.
Now you're ready for the Marines.
Let's go into technical here really quick.
We'll teach you the basics.
Again, I'm sorry if I'm skipping all this stuff, guys. It's kind of because I already played through it all. I just want to get to the main game. I want to show you the good stuff. I don't want to be stuck in training all day. As it were. Like I said, these are nanites. These will allow us to kind of purchase items and do several different things. Like for instance, hacking of doors, which is probably going to explain right here. And of course, because this is a Bioshock Granddaddy, we can either probably enter the code
Left click on the tab.
and get it wrong, you
Here
know,
indicating the
or we could
difficulty
try to
of
hack the
and any
door,
bonuses that apply.
which basically initiates this kind of
Click on the
small
start
mini
button
game
to begin
where we need to get 3 things in
You'll see
a row.
red nodes. Clicking on a node will either
So,
turn
like,
it bright
1,
or dark.
2. Okay, so 1,
To successfully
2,
hack,
and
you
3.
must connect 3 bright nodes
Basically,
in
as
a
you click
straight
on one, either go
line.
dark,
Beware the ice nodes with the red
and you just need to be
outlines.
very
If
careful
one
with the
of
ones with
these
like the
turns
red
dark,
outlines, for
you fail
instance.
the hack, and you might break the item you're working on.
Did you just
or
close?
worse. You can restart
Did you
your
just-
hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button.
Did you open the
Though
door?
you'll have to pay the
Door.
nanite cost again.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Give me that. Pressy. Okay. Anyways, we can also use nanites, I do believe,
You
to
can use
buy
nanites to
items.
buy items from
Yes,
replicators.
this is the
To use a
circus of
replicator,
values. Right here, guys.
left-click on the
That's
item you
exactly
wish
what
to
this is.
purchase.
This thing produces
The item you
bullets,
purchased will drop into the slot
guns,
below.
or let's
Make
say
sure you pick
food,
up your purchases
and other
before
stuff
you
that we'll
leave.
use. It's kind of like a giant
There.
replicator from Star
Please
Trek if you
make
want to
your
look at it that way.
selection.
And like for instance, we can looks like we can buy bullets for 40. Hold on, let's all right, we list glass. There we go, and then we can buy some juice, and then we can buy some dips. There you go.
Value wrap.
All right,
Hi there. Please make your selection.
and then of course we can drink our juice. Yeah, and eat that, and it's delicious. I love chips. And basically, just vendors. Basically, that's how we'll buy ammo and stuff like that. Very
Learn the
again,
basics of the technical
if you've been paying
There are
attention, you can
several
see
other
the
technical
extreme similarities between this and Bioshock. And it's
We've
not gonna, it's gonna get even better,
provided
guys.
you
As
with
we
a
get
virtual
into the
interface
psi
with
amps
temporary
area,
ability to
right
project
here,
simulated
she teaches us how to use psi
psionic
weaponry,
The red
which is
bar
not
at
something
the
I'm sure if
lower
I'm
left
not
of your
sure if I'm gonna
screen
specialize in.
tells
I'm
you
more of
how
a
many
kind of a
psi points
gunner.
you have. Psi points
I'm sure
symbolize
psi
your
amps are
current
very
ability
powerful,
to use your psi
but
powers.
and we'll see. There's multiple ways to play this game, is what I should be saying. And that's one of the cool things about this game. There's many ways to skin a cat. That doesn't sound right. That's horrible. Who wants to skin a cat? Anyways, kind of like Bioshock, this is your Eve, basically. This is your psi hypo, your psi points. It's your Eve, basically. You have to refill it, and then that gives you access to your abilities to, use your powers. This little mini Death Star thing right here is how we actually kind of project our powers into the world itself.
To
We
equip
can,
it, pick
I think
it
let's
up,
go. Oh, good lord!
and then hit
Come
the
back here.
tilde key. Firing the psi amp
Psi
activates your
hypo.
currently selected psi discipline.
All right, it's a weapon, right?
You
It
currently
kind of looks
have
like a Death
access
Star,
to
doesn't it?
two
It's like we got Death
disciplines,
Star. We got Death Star.
cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen.
Oh.
This will cycle through your available psi
Which we
disciplines.
have Cryokinesis and Psyple.
Later, clicking on the arrows
If Psyple
above the
sounds
number
familiar
the
to you,
left
that's 'cause
will allow
it's
you to select psi
telekinesis.
disciplines from higher tiers.
As you can see,
Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot.
Except
and
it's a
kinetic
little bit
redirection
slower than
to
it was
pull
in,
that
let's say,
nanite
Bioshock,
container
for
towards
instance.
you. Be careful.
I want to see
Holding
something
down
like
the mouse
pull
button
it
can
at
augment
an
the
angle.
power,
Oh, it can. Cool. Okay.
but
Cool,
holding
cool.
it down for too
Can I pull
long
this
will
guy?
cause burnout, which will damage you.
Yep, sure can. Okay,
If
that's
you
fine.
run out of psi
No biggie.
points,
Let's
use
go
another
ahead and blow this
psi
guy up.
hypo.
And we'll display how that works here. I do have to say, I do enjoy the fact that meters have a kind of like this bar. Oh god, I'm fried! Ah! That's what happens when we don't let it charge too far, I guess. But otherwise, it do like bonus damage if we keep it in that yellow area. That's pretty freaking sweet. Even though, you know what that kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of the Ood from Doctor Who. Remember they used to carry that ball in their hands to talk? That looks just like the Ood's ability, I'm sorry. The Ood's little ball thing. Oh god! Okay, so that thing charges very quickly. You can be very careful. It will take probably some finagling learning how to use this. Let's see. I want to see the difference between this. Hold on. Let's wait for him to respawn. Come back. Okay. So that's the difference between that. Okay, and then there's this. All right, whatever. We get the basic idea.
Mastery of the
And there, of course,
mind
is
a
more
slow but rewarding
psi abilities to
process.
collect and
Return to
master,
this
guys,
area
in the
if you
game
need more
itself.
guidance. Before you enlist in the OSA,
We can't access our
it
inventory
would
for some
be
reason now.
useful
That
to
sucks. Okay.
experiment in the other training courses.
So yeah, basically that is essentially what's going on. Basically, we're kind of getting ready to go on, I'm guessing, the FTL ship before it jumps into space. I'm sorry if you feel a little bit lost in the storyline, but basically, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's getting ready to launch. But at the end of that little CGI scene, you basically heard a transmission of something boarding the ship and something going horribly, horribly wrong. At least that's what I gathered anyway. So let's go ahead and make our way forward here. But we're going to make a permanent decision now as to what path
Here's
we're
where
going
you
to
make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. The shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
Okay. Now, this is as far as I've gotten. I'm not sure which one does which. Like, does this explain? Oh, God! Well, that decided that for us, eh? Well, maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know anymore. That sucked. Do not block. Alright. Oh, pretty Earth. Look outside the window. It's so beautiful. Where the hell am I? Where the hell am I? Okay. I'm lost. I'm scared. I'm so scared. There's a door here. I guess we go to the door? Ah. Year 1. Oh, okay. Does this take place over several years? Guess so.
The OSA welcomes you to Orbital Station Chunlo. Ready yourself to feel the limitations of your mind slipping away. We will guide your path over the next 4 years. The shuttle bays at the center of the station will ferry you to your next stage of growth.
I should have picked the
When
Marines,
you've
man.
chosen, head into the appropriate shuttle bay.
Maybe I'll...
Get ready to learn things you've never imagined.
Maybe next time I'll like restart and we'll go. I'll probably restart this and probably pick the Marines. Let's just go for now. I don't really care. Maybe we'll stick with the OSA. Who knows? Maybe we'll discover something we like. Mission selection. I want the door. Okay, fine. I like the sounds of metal on my feet. What I like about this game so far is really like no people around in my path. Like I have not met a single person. UNN starts with you. Oh my. Clickety clickety. Looking at porn. Looking at porn. This is when science didn't necessarily have to have a point, did it? Oh, what's going on here, guys? Is this more training? Sensory deprivation tank. That sounds lovely.
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Runang await you. A year in meditation on the nature of matter will grant you power over it.
What? Are you freaking... What?
The sensory deprivation tanks aboard the TOS Chulun are modulated for your training. You shall spend a year in contemplation of mass, both yours and that of objects, until you can bend them to your intentions.
Holy shit. A deprivation tank. Alright. February 15th to 2112. Your year in the tanks of the Shunlu finished. Your will has grown. Can you feel it greater? Gather it to strike. You have learned how to freeze your foes in their tanks and how to shield yourself from them as well. Second tier disciplines are now within your grasp. You may take your skills into the field to pit them against our enemies. You've mastered second tier neural capacity, cryokinesis, and psycho-reflective screen. Year 2. Alright, that was easy. Alright, I'm good. I guess this is basically us like training? Mission, postings, and shuttles.
Dr. Chandris Valan's research labs have produced many of this decade's advances in psionic technique. You shall spend a year serving his genius, learning to understand his insights and whims.
Okay.
Your body has been neglected in your training of your mind. On Io, you will find soldiers who wish to test their endurance. You will surpass their physical prowess without compromising your mental discipline.
That sounds nice.
Sifting the thoughts of treachery and disloyalty from the morass of emotion and internal conflict that fill most mundanes can be disquieting. You shall spend a year building the general strength of your mind, while learning how to probe the thoughts of the less capable without losing yourself.
Okay, so I'm guessing that we're going through some sort of character creation process right here. This is what this all is. This is character creation. Holy crap. Wow, this is some pretty in-depth character creation going on here.
Your body has been neglected in your training of your mind. On Io...
Okay, now, 23 February 2113. Your year at the facility has reached its conclusion. You know that the only real opponent is the one who is more cunning than you. You use the cadets around you as prey and learn from their failings. You sense the struggle has greatly enhanced your physical prowess. You've gained +2 to endurance. Year 3. Okay. Physical field operations. Selection groups field operations. Auto. Okay, so we're gonna restart, but well, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rush back through the tutorial, guys, and basically get me back to the Marines. I didn't necessarily want to join these guys. I don't. You know what? What the hell? Why not? We'll stick with these guys. Why not? I did like my choice. We got anti-terrorism, selection field group operations, and physical field What is this? What is all this crap?
Many threats to security can only be defeated from inside. Your mind shall be carefully blanked and conditioned with the nature and past of a criminal. Join with the criminal and rebellious. Endure their squalor and chaos, and then, when it is time, liquidate them from within.
Interesting.
In the grand scheme, individuals are no more important than pieces on a game board.
Wow.
Occasionally, it becomes necessary to remove a piece without disturbing the flow of the game. These removals will be done in silence and with complete secrecy.
This is
You
messed
shall
up.
spend a year learning these skills. Acts of political terrorism and corporate coercion disturb corporate and political stability. You shall spend a year battling these
Oh, look at
chaotic
that. It
elements,
says right up
both
there
psionically and by physical
what
force.
we're gonna get. Oh, I didn't notice that. This one gives
In
us.
the grand scheme, individuals are
neural
no more
reflex
important than
dampening.
pieces on a game board.
This one gives us
Many threats to
remote
security
electron
can only
tampering.
be defeated from inside.
That sounds
Your
cool. Let's go
mind shall
electron
be carefully
tampering here.
blanked and conditioned with the
Okay.
nature and
Yes,
past
yes, computer, right now. You're just directed to return to station, study for blah, blah, blah. Your time in the source at the OC field has reached its end. Even now, your mind is somewhat clouded. You do not recall all the details. You played your part well for most of a year. Enemies called you a friend until you fell upon them. With all your talents, you gain +1 strength, agility, and cybernetic ability. Okay, whatever. And I think that's where we're going to end today's episode. Very confusing. We might restart things. I think we should go more of a soldiery route.
Watch out. I'm getting strange readings from that radar dish outside the window.
What?
It's become unstable due to... Move!
What?
Take cover!
Holy sh...
Critical decompression hazard in the cryo recovery suite.
Holy shit. What happened? Holy balls. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end the episode here. Something bad has happened. But that's, typical, Bioshock way, I suppose, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. If always you want to get in contact with me, tweet at me at MurderHJ. Hope you will join me as we go and play System Shock 2 here together. And we will see you next time.